What's going on, guys? We got another good how-to episode. We have something under the covers right here. But first, we got these guys. Black Rob, AJ, and Sergio. So, their Instagrams are up there somewhere. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna install an Autopower roll cage in whatever's under there. Not only does it add safety to your car now that, since we've been road racing for quite some time, but it adds cool points. You don't want to show up to me without a roll cage. That's not what we're doing it? No? Okay. So we're doing it for safety. Biggest thing, we want to make sure that we're track safe. Unlike some of the posts that I've seen lately of dudes double yellowing at Los Angeles crest and going over the line. So it should be a pretty straightforward install. Mainly it's more for us to hang out, not for you guys to watch. Okay, it's more for you guys to watch than for us to hang out. So we're gonna go ahead and get that started. First things first, we gotta make sure that all the pieces are here. And from what it looks like, you have the main hoop, then you have the two legs that are gonna go towards the rear posts of the car over the arches. We're gonna have to get the car in the air to take the rear wheels off so we can drill the holes. And then you have the harness bar and the crossbar. The reason this is all wrapped up is because quite some time ago I had this cage and the cage that's in my car now powder coated in a matte black, satin black, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to try to keep it wrapped as we put it in so that we don't scratch it while it's going in, because I made the mistake of scratching my own. We won't scratch Sergio's. So the first things we gotta do is make sure we have all the hardware while Robert is watching the latest Blipship Apex video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, Rob. We're gonna go ahead and remove the seats. That's the first thing you gotta do because they are definitely in the way. And we gotta get all these skeet rags out of here. But yeah, the first thing you wanna do is, Sergio already went ahead and removed the 214s that go back here. We're gonna remove this seat, and we're gonna remove his Recaro SRD on that side. We're also gonna remove these back seats because we're gonna have to, which just lift up and out of the way like that. And we're not going to remove sound deadening material because we still want to make the car livable. As much as we road race our own cars, on the way to the track, we don't want to hear the road the whole way there. We want to be able to still enjoy the ride. So we'll go ahead and take the seats out. Don't need to go ahead and follow that. That's the easy part. It's just 4 bolts on each seat, and that's pretty much it. So we'll go ahead and continue taking these out. Alright, so far me and Rob have been able to get the cage in its place. This is going to be its final resting place. We're going to get a paint marker in a second, mark the holes out. I noticed that we got this cage secondhand from a friend of mine, but I did notice some of the plates are a little bent up. But once we're able to get the sandwich plate under it, it'll be basically able to bend right back into its shape. Especially that one back there. There's one. See how there's that huge gap there on that hole. It'll bend back into place, so it won't be a problem. That one's a little lifted too, but once the sandwich plate is in there, it'll be just fine. This one seems to be pretty flat. So what I'm going to do is I'll cut the carpet in a square around it, and then I'll be able to roll the carpet back forward and then the back piece back, so that if this cage ever comes out, the carpet doesn't look completely destroyed like I've seen in some other cars. So you definitely want to do a decent install when you do something like this. So again, we had powder coated this satin black. This cage was to be for me, but I passed it on because I bought a second cage, which is no better than this one. This one's just a newer style Autopower. Just to show you guys, we did buy all new hardware as well. We're not reusing hardware just for safety reasons. I wouldn't want to, use hardware that's already been torqued down, any bolts that are fatigued or anything like that. So what I did was I called Autopower. I asked them what kind of bolts they use. These are all zinc coated for extra durability as far as them not getting rusted. But they do get double nutted for safety. And that's what we're going to do. Autopower recommended that to double nut the bolts as well. And these are the sandwich plates that are going to go through the underside of the car. Once we get the car off the ground, we'll be able to jack it up and put these, draw the holes, drill the holes, put these plates into its place, and then put the bolts through and tighten it down. AJ and Sergio went down to the Home Depot racing aisle. They're gonna go get a couple of bolts for the harness bar and the crossbar because we didn't order those. But again, those aren't bolts that really require the zinc coated grade 8s, but I had Sergio go ahead and grab grade 8s if they have it, and so we'll put those in as well, so the whole cage will go in completely. So now it's just a waiting game. Let's see how long Sergio and AJ take to bring those back, so we'll wait on them.
One eternity later.
So far AJ and Sergio came back with bolts. Sergio's over here unwrapping the harness bar. And as you can see, come in AJ, come in. I went ahead and cut the carpet. I tried to do it neatly so that if we ever take this cage off, we can put it back and you won't be able to notice it was cut. Unlike some other people that I've seen, just cut it and destroy it and then it looks like crap. So we try not to do that as much as possible and not damage the car as much as possible. But once we were able to cut it and lay it down a little further, the posts sat a little bit better, so they're a lot more squared up there and on that side. So that'll be the final resting place. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have Sergio use a paint marker, mark all the holes so we can drill 3/8 holes, 3/8 inch holes. Damn, try to say that 3 times fast. Shit. And we will drill those holes out and we'll time lapse some more, and that's pretty much it, right, Robert?
Yep.
All right, so let's get to drilling some holes. Here you go, sir. All right, so Sergio went ahead and marked the holes out. We use he used a paint marker, so those are the 3 for that. Those are the 3 up there. And oh, that one looks kind of funny over there. But he's gonna go ahead and drill those out. We'll put the cage back into place, and then we will line it up, make sure all the holes are good. We'll have to take these wheels off and go ahead and, because the backing plate goes through the bottom, and we'll show you how to properly put the bolts in the cage, because I've seen a lot of people doing it the wrong way, but I will show you how they're supposed to go. And then once we get those off, everything bolts in, but we will bolt the bottom first and then make sure the back is correct, and then everything's gonna go in just fine. And then if we have to modify the back seat, because I know for my car I had to modify the back seat to be able to fit it, we like to keep the interior complete. Call it OCD, call it what you want. Nobody's gonna be able to sit back there with a cage in it anyway, but something about making a car keep looking complete is definitely in our alley. I thought that was a beer.
I wish it was.
Because you're tired?
That's a ginger beer.
That's a ginger beer for the ginger beard? Start drilling, bro. People want to see you drill. Oh man, you're already shaking, bro. What's that? Why are you shaking already, dude? Oh man, this is gonna go bad or good. Go 100. Go 100. Oh. Ooh. Have anything in your hand?
No, I just felt it slice it.
Any blood?
Not yet. No.
Okay. No blood, no foul.
What is it? What?
So, speaking of trying to keep things clean and stock looking, what I was mentioning before is, see, can't see a cut. Give me some light, AJ, off of the bruiser. So, as you can tell, it doesn't look like I've cut anything. Can't tell because I make clean cuts, but underneath, focus, there you go. Underneath there are the holes for the cage. So, everything is in order, but you know, just in case the cage ever has to come off, because it is a bolting cage, it's not looking as janky as it would if I just cut a square around where the cage goes and put it. So we did the same thing on that side. We definitely want to keep it looking as clean as possible in the event that we have to remove it. Hey, good job on the light, guys. And everybody left without a scathe. That looks pretty good. That looks a lot better than it would.
Except me.
Yeah, shard to the hand. Shard to the hand. Safety glasses, everybody. Safety first. Watch the roll bar when you're in here, because you forget that it's in here. You can bump your head, right, Sergio?
Like I did.
Yeah. So, hey, at least you didn't have a car fall on you. That would have been a lot worse. So, AJ's taking off the rear wheels. When I have something important to say, usually AJ does make noise. So he's gonna take off those rear wheels, and then once we go ahead and bolt the cage in here in the front, we already marked the rear holes, and we'll start drilling those out. And then that side, because that base is a little bent, we're gonna go ahead and put it all in first, bolt 2 holes down, and then I'll take a hammer to one of the sides of the base, a little corner. It'll bend it right back down, and we'll get it right into. So we'll get it right back into place, and because AJ really wants to make some noise. I see that fucking right there. All right, go for it. All right. What's going down on this side? Hey, I'm supposed to be the host of the show. I'm not supposed to be working.
Are you gonna
Oi?
double knot everything too?
And when did you ever see Bob Barker do everything?
Yeah. Well, that's
The price is wrong, Bob.
the way it's supposed to be. That's the way Juanito said.
The what?
Double knot it.
Yeah. That holes. So the previous owner probably never put a bolt here because they figured, it's not the right time. But yeah, it was pretty off. It was off by about at least what, 1/4 of an inch, AJ?
Well, you know what they say about aftermarket bolting stuff? It never bolts in,
No, it does.
except for that.
All right, go ahead, Sergio. I mean, Robert.
Rob likes double nuts.
See. It's not gonna get any better because it's cold.
All right, AJ, tell the people how to install the bolt correctly and why we did it that way. Because they do it wrong.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Bolt up with the nuts, and then you double nut.
Why do you do it up that way, AJ?
That way the bolt don't fall out.
And if you need to tighten it down or if it loosens up, you can visibly.
See it.
There you go.
And then you double nut it so it's double tight.
And if it was facing down, you'd lose a nut and never.
No.
There you go.
And if you bottom out, you're gonna hit your tires.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Chuno.
You know, sabes.
All right.
No sé.
Oh, all right. So we've double nutted everything. That one's double nutted.
Not yet.
We're gonna. It
It needs
is.
to be tightened.
Oh.
You guys were interrupting me. Rob felt his fun was more important. Getting pink all over Sergio's car.
It's all right. It matches the pink in his.
TDR?
Speaking of tacos,
We going to Gavilan or what?
you see. All right. So everything's double nutted. Everything's been paint marked just for safety reasons. We got the harness bar in, as AJ said,
I filmed a little
and
bit.
then we're gonna go ahead and put the cross. Ooh, tickle, tickle,
Tickle, tickle.
tickle, 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 baby.
Can he be any more red? Look at that face. I don't know what's red, his face or his shirt.
I think you should read that text message out loud, Rob.
Yeah, for the people.
Let's find out if it's a text message, man. Oh, no, it wasn't.
Nothing good?
No, nothing good.
I don't think I got anything anyway.
No.
It's a selfie from Sergio.
It does.
It says Andy is in town.
Andy?
Whoa.
Which one?
Are you on Grindr?
Andwell Hall.
Oh.
You know Andwell.
Yeah, S14.
Oh, hedonism and Hall?
And the only one that knows what he was doing.
All
right, now what are we doing?
right, so we're gonna vacuum this out. We're gonna clean it up. We have a lot of shavings and stuff that went everywhere. So we're gonna make it a little clean, and then we're gonna go ahead and test fit the back seats. I know the bottom will fit. That's not a problem. I don't know if Sergio wants to keep his back seat belts. I mean, nobody's really gonna sit in here anymore.
I'd get rid of them.
Are you gonna leave your seat belts in the back?
Y'all saw the...
Okay, so the seat belts will stay in the back for the time being.
Weight reduction, bro. It's a race car. You don't even have a radio, but you keep in a seatbelt where nobody's gonna sit.
And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna go ahead and modify his rear seat so it fits, because this is not gonna clear that back seat. So I'll go ahead. I brought my grinder, not grinder, but the you know the app you use for
the app, man. That why do you
I don't have that one.
why do you think his phone just went off?
Tickle, tickle. Anyway.
Andy's in town, huh? Whoa.
Sure wasn't great.
Whoa.
Facebook.
We'll modify his rear seat. We'll see how that fits. We'll put the bottom in and see where we have to modify the back one so we can fit that in.
Speed Academy just did this. What are we doing in here?
Just trying to keep warm, you know?
See? Why are you melting the paint? You're too close.
No, look, right here.
Can you keep working your hand?
See?
Little toolbox tool. Shout out to the homie.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you do back here? Your personal preference?
My personal preference is because I cut the carpet this way so you wouldn't see that ugliness. I usually just cut this one this way and just tuck it behind the bolts and the cage so it's there neat. I can easily cut it this way, try to wrap it around this, but I don't want to make more cuts in this nice carpet because a nice carpet is hard to find as it is. So this will be, let's say like that.
Oh, my bad. Somebody had to do it.
Really?
If you have an E30, you take the sound deadening out and then put a roll cage in it and think it's gonna be a race car, and then you really decide, damn, this thing's too damn loud, I'm gonna put it back to stock. You know anybody that does that?
Going up a little bit.
No.
No, me either.
Actually, I do.
One person. Just one.
What are y'all doing right now?
We're gonna put this back seat in and then see what we're gonna have to modify to try to get it to work.
So that's like the back piece that goes on.
Yeah, this is the
like
back.
the back, not the floor.
Usually the rod that goes on the back of it that holds the shape of the seat has to get cut, so this will smush this way and go around. But hold on. I'm determined. So
these are the rods you're speaking of, correct?
these right here. Yeah, these right here hold the shape of it. So it's kind of hard. What I had to do with mine is I had to remove these hog rings. I had to remove this one, and this one, and then cut like a whole section out. So this whole part like smushes in and goes around that down tube of the cage. So good thing I brought my, do you have a cutting wheel on your grinder? Okay, so what we'll do is we'll remove this hog ring and this one, cut from here down to here, and then that'll be enough for it to like move inward for us to get around the cage. So while Sergio decided to assemble his brand new grinder.
Oh, it's not new.
Oh, it's not new?
No.
Well, one magically appeared in my trunk, so I figured I'd bust it out. It was easier to cut that hog ring with this than to try to like have the special pliers for it.
Remember, kids,
Safety first.
always use safety.
Dude, I got my safety glasses on, I got my safety hat on. It's all good.
Safety hat.
Yeah,
Your hard hat?
yeah. See it? All right, so we're gonna take some of these out. So this section right here is what's gonna need to go from here to here. Hold this right here.
Wait,
no,
what do you want
that's
me to-
cool. I got it.
Keep going.
Damn. Cool. I'm gonna remove this piece right here. Alright. Watch out. Watch out. Hot. Yeah, watch out, dog. There you go. So we're gonna do the same thing to that side so that they're both even, because the down tubes on the roll cage are pretty much in the same spot. So just imagine that over there.
Cut.
Bang my knee on that mother lover.
All right, so what's going on now?
First of all,
Don't hit your knee. Especially when it's like 40 degrees outside.
what the-
That shit just hurts even more.
so now we got the back one in.
What do you guys think?
Let us know in the comments. Should we leave it in there?
Should we put a poll and have
Yeah, I'll put a poll up there. Should
Have
we keep the
Sergio
back
remove
seat?
his interior in a race car or leave it?
No. Rear stain. Either the back part of the rear seat is stained.
I mean, it doesn't look too bad now that we got the bottom in.
It just looks like a wrinkled bubble.
It looks like a what?
It looks like a what? You know they're all the same, right?
Looks like a what?
There's one that doesn't have wrinkles. You know that, right? All right, so we got the cage in. These two fools back here fit. We start playing pocket pool with each other. So that's in. Everything's good. The back seat fit in again. It looks a lot better with the back seat in there. I'd hate to see it look empty. We're trying to preserve Sentras,
Not destroy them.
not destroy them.
It's just a taxi cab. Go to Mexico. They're everywhere.
Well, we can get Sudos all day.
See?
So we're gonna put the front seats in, make sure everything's good, and we're gonna get some.
Tacos.
No, dude, we're gonna get some lotion for that. Look how extra bright it looks on my camera.
What's wider? Me or him?
We're gonna go ahead and get some. The seats, and we're gonna put them in, and then that'll be done. That'll be the whole complete roll cage install. We'll put it back on the ground. We have to put the tires back on.
5 hours later.
5 hours later, look, it's dark now, and then that'll be it. So let's go ahead and get the seats and finish this up. All right, so we're gonna close this video out with AJ making noise. Say bye, AJ.
We're going to get tacos.
Robert, say bye. Bye. Now, just to let you guys know, if you guys like videos like this, if you can see my face, if you like videos like this, like and subscribe. Hit the alerts button. Have AJ mock me while I do it. And again, follow us. We have Instagrams. AJ has his Instagram. What is it, AJ?
It's Ajax with 1X, not
not the double
2X
one.
was the one
Ajax
that-
1989.
Yeah, the 2X was the one after my account got stolen.
And then we have 96 Spec B.
No, SCR 96 V-Spec.
Oh, there you go. And then you have SR. PWR.
underscore PWR underscore trip.
Stars don't have power.
And then you have SG1 Shingoki 1, SHINGOUKI 1. I've done that a couple times. Thanks guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. The roll cage is in. Should be going to the track in like never, because it's
never.
winter. 20 never?
20
okay.
never. It's
So once we do, you guys will come along for the ride and we'll show you what it's like.
Goes to the
Thanks
track.
guys.
Sounds like he's getting
It goes to the railroad tracks more than the track.
Don't hit your knee.
How did I get in?
The same way.
No wonder Shady was in here for a long ass time.
There you go. You know you're getting old. You make a bunch of noise like. I can't get up. Sound like Rob.
Ay, no puedo más esta chingadera.